Good morning. It's another frigid morning. You can see all the cows are waiting on me. They want a little food and some water. We got mom and the baby right there. Let's see, baby right there. We did get a little pine shavings down there for them. That's helped quite a bit. The new water heater in this tank, you can see, is keeping the ice thawed. At least it's thin enough she can get water. Um, it's been the same thing the last several days. Me coming out well below zero. It's 15 below zero again this morning. Chip and ice, getting water to these guys. I thought I would do something a little bit different. Kind of talk about what all we take care of and what it means to be out here all the time. So I'm going to try to do something different rather than you guys watch me chip ice every day. So I'm going to get these guys taken care of. Let's get to work. Well, I said I wasn't going to show you me breaking ice again this morning, and I'm not. What I wanted to do is just show you what we've got here real quick. And I just wanted to point out that you need to be really careful if you're out here, because literally I'm having to walk out onto the creek out here and break this hole from yesterday. You can see it's iced over solid again today. But you need to be really careful if you get in this situation, because it's still got that water running underneath. And you can see what it's doing is it's lifted and it's thawing this somewhat here, because that water is running underneath, staying just warm enough that it's not freezing underneath. And so it's thawing it a little bit. You need to be really careful when you go out on this ice. You break through and you end up, knee deep or up to, above your knees in this frozen water. You're going to get cold fast. So just be careful in these kind of situations here. All right, I'll get this ice broken. I'll get these guys taken care of, and then I'll film a little bit. All right, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but there is steam coming off of the hole there that I just chopped again. And it's coming off because there's a temperature difference between the water that's moving underneath and what's up here on the surface. And you can see how thick that ice is that I'm having to break through every day. You can see that steam. I'd like to ask that if you're getting any enjoyment out of these videos at all, or even if you're getting a chuckle out of my suffering, I would appreciate it if you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'd love to read your comments, see what you think about what I'm doing or what we got going out here, or how things are where you are, what your conditions are like. I'd love to see your comments. So please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. Hey, I know I'm a slave to fashion with this on. I'll tell you, it's a heck of a lot better to be comfortable than fashionable out here in this kind of weather. I just wanted to point out today that there are so many channels out there that do that cover homesteading and cow-calf operations, whatever sort you're in, feedlots or whatever, or whatever variation there are. But it seems as though the majority of the channels show the good aspects of homesteading. And don't get me wrong, I've said 100 times that I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love these animals, and I love this kind of a life. But what I will point out is that it's not something that's just fair weather. It doesn't matter where you are. Water always seems to be the biggest problem. If you're in Texas and it's 120 degrees and you're in a drought, water is going to get you twice. First off, getting waters to the animals, and then second off, having enough pasture and grass that you can feed the animals regularly. We've seen a big sell-off in the last couple of years of ranchers down in that area, selling off their cows and their calves and everything they've got, just because they either can't get them food or just or water, or the combination of the two. So it's something that takes a lot of discipline, because it's really tough when it's 20 below zero and the wind is howling, and you're going to come out here and be breaking ice again, and getting water for these guys and different things. It's tough to motivate yourself at times, and it's got to be something that you do love, because it's you put a lot of money in it. You invest a lot in the cows, you invest a lot in the feed, you invest a lot in the equipment. You'll never recoup that money. We've got a decent a chute, an alley, and equipment and that kind of thing. If we were to go under and try to sell that stuff, we'd never recoup the money we put into it. The same thing with the animals themselves. We'd break even on them, but we wouldn't be able to pay for everything we put into everything. For me, luckily, the temperature, the cold, is not as bad as the heat. If it were 120 degrees and I was fighting water, I would be suffering. Whereas here, at least without the wind blowing. I've got a couple layers on here, which is important to make sure you dress in layers so you can take them off or add them. But I'm better in cold weather than I am in hot weather. It's 15 below zero, and you can see I don't really have a coat on. I've just got two long sleeve shirts on, and then I've got an undergarment underneath that. Nonetheless, you're going to be dealing with temperature of some sort, even if you're in a place like, I'll use Tennessee for an example. I always kind of think of that as a really kind of optimal area, because you don't have a ton of heat and you don't have the real terrible cold that we have. Nonetheless, they have hurricanes and they have tornadoes and different things like that. So it's not something for the faint of heart. There are days that are wonderful. It's 70 degrees. You're feeding these guys. They're out in pasture and you're just walking amongst them. That's great stuff. But there are days that it's tough. I was going to indicate, and I'll pass on. I'll put a link below. I just watched a video from a young lady who is, boy, I tell you, her work ethic is just off the charts. You don't see a lot of young people with her kind of work ethic. They were recently calving one of their dairy cows, and it was 3 in the morning. She was up out there cleaning stalls, trying to prepare for where she was going to put the mama cow and the calf into a nice, clean stable. Mama kind of gave up on them. It was a big calf, and Mama gave up on them. They had to put her in a little chute there, whatever, and they had to pull the calf. And then afterwards, to make matters worse, the mama rejected the calf. So that girl worked from 3 o'clock in the morning straight through, pulled the calf, dried the calf off, got a heat lamp, cleaned up stalls. The next thing you know, at 6:37 in the morning, she's still out there working. It takes a lot of dedication to do that. And you have to understand that going in, because there are days, like say it's 70 degrees and you're just out wandering amongst the cows and it's great. Then there are days that it's an all-day chore and you're fighting, and you know, it's 7 in the morning now and you're physically spent. You know, you use all your energy trying to pull that calf. Sorry, my nose is freezing. But you're fighting to pull that calf, and then you're drying it off, getting things cleaned up, you're getting everything taken care of. It can really take it out of you. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of point that out. I do want to recommend her channel. I'll put a link below. Please take a look at her channel. I'll link the video that she's out there, and the new calf they've got. Beautiful little calf. Beautiful little calf. And but her work ethic is just off the charts. Anyway, take a look. And I don't push people away from getting a homestead or starting a homestead or getting animals, working with animals. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. But it can be a lot of work. Just know what you're getting into to begin with. So the name of this girl's YouTube channel is Ag Farm Life. Again, I'm going to put a link in the description. Please go check out their channel and go check out that video of the new calf they've got. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a great day.